It's been about a week now that we got the first notification of possible winter weather coming in, so we started making plans then, particularly with the increased risk of ice at the moment. We get a lot more calls for lines down, tree limbs down, trees down. And so what we do is typically we upstaff our brush units. So we have brush trucks, which are four-wheel drive vehicles, so they're used to traveling and going through rough terrain. We split them up and we put them strategically across the county. So each section of the county, the west end, the east end, and the north side all have a brush truck that respond to calls. We want to make sure our drivers understand, hey, the first thing we need to do is make it to the scene or make it to the call before we can actually help someone. We have what we call on-spot chains, so there are chains attached to the unit. They basically drop down and they spin underneath the back wheels. They're good up to about 6 inches of snow. We actually take a chain and wrap it around the tire and fasten it so that the chains will actually give us some grip on the ice. So it's more of a increased traction. No matter what it is, we'll be coming safely, and we'll get there. It's important that we know what the house number is, right? We have maps that we use on our computers that will give us an idea of where we are. But it's not 100% accurate. And particularly if you have a house that's further off the road, making sure your mailbox is well lit up, making sure those numbers are visible to see is important. Power goes out, we look for ways to heat and stay warm, whether it's through kerosene heaters, generators. Generators are great and fantastic, but they put off a lot of carbon monoxide, and so we need to make sure that the generator itself is not in the house, not beside the house. And if you do operate any of those alternative heating sources, a carbon monoxide detector should be used. The best way the public can help is if you don't have to go out, don't go out. Stay home, stay off the roads. Our capabilities and ability to handle are not diminished. Like we'll come, we'll take care of the problem. We train for this, we understand. All the way from the academy, we train in cold weather. We have to deal with this. It's known, and we prepare for it.